Welcome to the Get Digital Marketing Results podcast, where we give you information and actionable tips to grow your organization.
Hi, I'm Bob Clark.
And I'm Donna Botti. We're with Delos Inc., and we make the web work for you. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Today, in the Tech News Tuesday, we're talking about how we used AI and ChatGPT to plan our barbecue.
That's right, Donna. We're not actually live today, as we believe in batching to save time for yourself, but we thought it might be fun to see how AI could help in our personal lives and planning our 4th of July barbecue.
Now, we've talked before about how the prompt that you type is important to the results that you get. So today, what we want to do is get a menu and some other items related to planning the day. And we're going to share with you the results of that. Now, I'm going to share a screen with the conversation for our video viewers. But if you're listening, we'll also have a link in the show notes so you can see the entire menu and all the items that it came up with.
So how do you start it off, Donna?
So this is the prompt that we gave to ChatGPT. We said, you are hosting a 4th of July barbecue for 25 people. 16 of those are adults, many of whom are foodies, but there should be kid-friendly options as well. Create a menu for the barbecue, including appetizers, sides, and desserts. Include some items that can be made or prepped ahead of time. So that's the prompt that we put in. We really had some specific things in there because we want the full day's menu. And then we also wanted to make sure that we weren't spending the whole day prepping food. We wanted to enjoy some time with our guests. So that's why we told it to include some items that can be made ahead of time. And this is the result that it gave us. It's actually a really good menu. Like for appetizers, it's a charcuterie board, caprese skewers, and a spinach and artichoke dip. Mains, what do you think of these, Bob?
I kind of like the barbecue pulled pork sandwiches, and I like the mushroom burger too. That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, it's telling us grilled portobello mushroom burgers, which is a great option for any of your vegetarians. And you can marinate the mushrooms the night before. So it's telling us what we can do. Like the pulled pork could be slow cooked the day before. So it's really given us some options here. And of course, it's got the classic barbecue choice, and for the kids, hot dogs on the list too.
You gotta have the hot dogs. It's 4th of July, so, and the sides the kids like too. I like the macaroni and cheese.
Grilled corn on the cob sounds good, a classic in a barbecue, coleslaw. But it has some things, because we kind of said some of the people were foodies. So it had this simple thing of a watermelon feta salad, which actually sounds easy and very good. It's just watermelon chunks with crumbled feta cheese, mint and leaves, and a light vinaigrette on it. It sounds really good, actually. Way to use the watermelon, right?
Yeah,
and then it gave us desserts as well, including a fun s'mores station, right? They have people make their own s'mores over the barbecue, and some other sorts of things.
Personally, I'm a fan of the peach cobbler. So
Peach
I like
cobbler with vanilla ice cream. Yeah, we shouldn't be recording this while we're hungry, but the stuff actually looks like a pretty decent menu and kind of saves a lot of time researching a whole bunch of different things.
Sure
they
does.
Give us beverages, soft drinks and water, craft beers and wine, homemade lemonade and iced tea, a good thing like that. So that was like a really, good menu.
Yeah.
So what do we want to figure out next from it?
Well, we wanted to figure out, what time people are going to be arriving, and, what time's the main dinner, and give us a timeline. So what did you put in for that?
So we said, if the people are arriving at 2 p.m. and we want to serve the main dinner at 5, create a timeline and schedule for food prep and cooking. And again, this I thought was a pretty good timeline thing. I know personally, I do a lot of entertaining, and I always have my little notebook, like, oh, we'll start this at this time, do this at this time. And this is a great start on it, because it said 2 days before we can prepare the barbecue pork in the slow cooker, make the macaroni and cheese, but don't bake it yet. 1 day before, marinating the stuff, It tells us the day of the barbecue at, what you should start doing at 8 o'clock, pull the pulled pork from the fridge. 9 a.m. do this, 10 a.m. do this, 12 o'clock start your grill.
That sounds pretty good. It's got it all planned out.
Right.
Even your AI can wake you up early in the morning to make sure you're prepared.
Set my alarm for that time, right? Right. So everything to do so that, you have things ready, all the appetizers and stuff when the guests arrive, and the drinks and everything, and to have the food being served at 5 o'clock, what you need to do ahead of time. It even's got the dessert going on, and what time it's suggesting desserts happening about 6:30, which is great. So I think it's really, really fun. And then we're trying to figure out here, all right, well, I know we're going to have to do shopping. How much beer and wine are we going to need for 16 adults?
Yeah, exactly. And what about creating a shopping list too? It can do that, right?
Well, when we asked it about how much beer and wine, it gave us a bunch of different calculations, told us how much beer typically reach. But, if it's half the people are drinking beer, half drinking wine, like how much do you think you have? It basically told us we need a case of beer and 4 bottles of wine, but judge on, your audience better, right? Okay. And it's always better maybe to get a little extra because, it's not going to go bad on that. But you're right. We did ask it to create a shopping list too, and they gave us a detailed shopping list for our menu. Now, it doesn't have quantities and stuff like that on it. We could ask it to get more in depth, but for example, like charcuterie board ingredients, it tells us like the different things that we should get to make a charcuterie board. But depending upon what you're doing, you might be like, I'm just going to buy a charcuterie board, right?
That's right.
And do that. Or, for example, like with the, going down here on like the macaroni and cheese, here's how you make macaroni and cheese. Well, I happen to love Costco mac and cheese, and I think that would be like my go-to. Is to just buy that. But this is good. It gives you everything that you need to have in order to make everything that was on the menu, including how to make homemade lemonade, right? But you might buy the iced tea. But so it's kind of like a good thing, right?
Yeah.
And then, like I said, we've got to have some entertainment. So what type of outdoor games should we have? And so it gave us a bunch of ideas on that too.
Exactly. Yeah, I like the ideas there of cornhole's so popular. That's came up number 1 for some reason, right? But it has a lot of traditional games like the horseshoes and water balloon toss and badminton and volleyball. All those things you would play on 4th of July are on there. So that's pretty cool. I even like at the bottom how it has the chalk drawing contest for the kids who are going to be at the party too. So you might as well chalk up your driveway, Donna. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So it's got a little bit of something for everyone. I know we always do the ladder toss games. That's always fun too. So again, it's just kind of like jogging your memory, some ideas of some things that you can do, maybe come up with something different. Like, oh, wait, the chalk drawing contest, that would be great for the kids, So it's a good thing to see like that, right?
Yeah, so this really does look great, Donna. So, well, let's get an invite out to people. How do you do this?
Well, yeah. So what we said is create a fun email invitation that we can send to our guests then. And so it's given us a whole template of an email.
That's great.
With summer in swing, we're excited to celebrate 4th of July with a backyard barbecue. We'd love to have you come. Now, it's interesting because it says when Monday, July 4th in our thing. And that's because, as we spoke of before, the ChatGPT was last using data from I think 2021. So it doesn't know currently.
Right.
This year's
it's Tuesday,
4th of July
July 4th.
is on a Tuesday,
Yeah.
And obviously you're going to edit some things and all, but just to kind of get you a whole plan going and something to follow and to do something. I just think this is great. It's, a lot of fun. It's giving dates to RSVP. If you have dietary restrictions, let us know. I mean, it just saves how long did it take us to do this conversation? 5 minutes to get all of this data. If I had to sit down and start planning it from scratch, is going to talk a lot. So think about how this can help you plan and save time in your personal life, but also in your daily workflows. What are the things you're doing where something like this could give you that head start to, and again, you're going to have to refine it. You're never going to use this exactly as is, but it can definitely help with the ideas and the planning and creating the steps that then you can modify.
And that's it for today's episode. So if you haven't used ChatGPT yet, you can visit the official website at chat.openai.com and create a free account. We'll have links in the show notes here about that. And Donna, I guess I'll be over for 4th of July barbecue. Sounds great. Thanks.
All right. Have a good day.